Magnus trades, probably figuring, you know what, it's a kid, it's an endgame, I'm going to win no matter what. But after a6, knight d4, we get this move a5 here, and this is shockingly a mistake from Magnus. Now, Magnus probably thought after takes, king e5, and something like king to e1, both sides have 3 pawns on the board, no shot at winning, I'm up 6-0, this kid has not put up much resistance, I can get frisky with a5. But after a5, knight takes bishop, pawn takes, and c4, now we have a very serious imbalance here where white has 2 connected pawns pushing up the board and black has the split pawns. Now, black has the white pipos, but in order for the pipos to work, what you need here is you need a situation like this where you can basically sacrifice a pawn to create another pass pawn. If you can get the white pipos free going up the board like this, for example, you will win the game as the king cannot stop all the pawns. When we look at this position after c4 here, you'll notice that right now, black only has 1 pass pawn, and white's pawns are actually stopping black from creating the second pass pawn. Now, the computer says it's a draw, but Magnus is going to have to show tremendous resolve and perfect play in order to not lose this. Now, Magnus plays move e5, and as you'll notice, this is a move after which you are simply losing the game. Computer says after king c5, king to c2, and the very important move a4. After king to b2, black can play king b6 here, and after king a3, king to a5. The king is guarding the pawn on a4, but also you can't mobilize the pawns on the b or the c file. If you go b6, I just take. If you go c5, I take the one on b5. So the king is guarding this pawn and stopping both these pawns. And now if you play f3, black has the potential to create the 2 pass pawns once again by sacking either the e or the g pawn and pushing one of these pawns through to the end of the board. Instead, Magnus plays e5. Now, of course, it's very hard here because in this situation, you're going to have to spend a lot of time finding a move. If you spend 30 seconds, you're going to lose on the clock, aside from what happens on the board. So Magnus trusts his instincts and plays e5. But now after the move king to c2, as you can tell from the evaluation bar, Magnus is actually getting cooked. So he goes g5. We get king b3.